Hey guys, I'm starting off with a bit of a different video today. As you can tell, the famous Luxemburg challenge is getting started here. I am going to be doing a voiceover this time. If any of y'all saw my previous video, you know that I decided to flip communist for the extra manpower. However, this time I'm going to be using the paratrooper strategy, which means I'm going to be fascist, where I use paratroopers to quickly capitulate the French, followed by the British. You'll see that here in a moment. Other than that, I'm going to just be sitting here for the next hour or so waiting for the party support to go up and more manpower to enter the reserves. Alright, so we've just had our national referendum, the paratroopers are being trained nicely, and we've joined the Axis powers. After deploying the transport planes, I'll start assigning them in a set. I usually hit these 8 French cities or so, to push them over the limit and force a surrender as quickly as possible. Immediately after they capitulate, I take a moment to marvel at the big Luxembourg I've just created, but then use the newly gained manpower to train up some slightly stronger divisions, and after a few quick paradrop orders over the UK, followed by a little bit of micro, we've got them to capitulate along with the rest of the faction. So once we've established ourselves as a continental power, we are going to reform the Benelux, or reunify the Low Countries, and then make our own little faction, the anti-German coalition, and start preparing by spying on Germany, deploying divisions, and then declaring war after the Germans are fighting the Soviets. And yes, that does draw in Japan, but that will come up later. Obviously the Soviets aren't doing really good here, and I've skipped all the way to 1943, and nothing has really happened. America actually joined the Comintern. I don't know if this is common to happen if the Allies fall, but guys, let me know down in the comments if you know why the USA joins the Comintern. Maybe it's just a thing, maybe it's just a bug, maybe it's intended. But then, yeah, other than that, way out in 1944 at the end, we managed to drop a nuke on Germany. I feel like we're going to be using a whole lot more of those later. And then by the end of the year, we were wrapping this up by taking Berlin. By now, we've pretty much got the Germans on the ropes. The Italians are hammering us in the Alps, and the German army, half of it is still stuck in the middle of Russia. And despite this, all of these things happening, it still took until 1945 to get the Germans to capitulate. And even by the time they capitulated, hilariously, the Germans, were still in Moscow. They were still occupying Moscow when the German government surrendered. For me, this is honestly one of the hardest games I've ever played. I know you don't see it, it's 20 seconds long for you, but it took me almost 3-4 hours from declaring war on Germany to actually getting to this point. My game started running really slowly. I mean, obviously you can't tell here, and the time lapse is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But this was really hard, but I'm finally glad it's over. So yeah, now that Germany's surrendered, Italy, the Axis, is green, and it has Africa, Norway, Iceland, the most random nations you can think of. Oh, and we got Big Turkey. That's pretty nice. Yeah, and with the help of a few nukes, we managed to take Sicily, ending the war. So yeah, there we go. This is the end of part 1 of the Luxembourg World Conquest series that I'm working on. I'm going to go ahead and just play this in the background. I am actually not really enjoying this series that much, to be honest, but hopefully when I build up a little more and start fighting the Americans, I suppose I'll go for next, it'll hopefully get more fun, and then I'll just start conquering other nations. But invading the Soviet Union in America will be my next goals, so that'll be maybe the next episode. If not, I'll finish the whole thing in one episode. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.